Hoje temos o prazer de ter em nosso estúdio o cineasta e escritor de Toronto, José Lourenço, que estreia o seu primeiro longa-metragem, Young Weather, hoje em todos os cinemas do Canadá. Esta reimaginação contemporânea de The Sorrows of Young Weather, de Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, transforma a tragédia do século XVIII numa comédia romântica, moderna, espirituosa e pungente. Hello, José. Thank you so much for coming here today and giving this interview to us. And first of all, tell us a little bit about your film.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. The film is called Young Werther, and it's a contemporary adaptation of The Sorrows of Young Werther, the smash hit novel from 1774 that just blazed its way all across Europe and has sustained for 250 years. It was just this past year, the 250th anniversary of the book. And yeah, the story at the core of the novel and our film is it's a simple one at face value. It's a boy meets girl. A young guy and young girl fall in love, but the girl is engaged to an older man. And instead of it becoming this antagonistic love triangle, they kind of all become weird best friends. And yeah, it explores themes of friendship and semi and unrequited love and lust and the intersection of all these complicated emotions that drive people to do things that are maybe not socially appropriate or expected, but in the end, in our film, yeah, it's just about people trying to give each other grace and be human beings in the world.
And what inspired you to do an adaptation of this novel?
I mean, I read the novel. I didn't know the novel growing up at all. I was made to read it in a class in university in third year, and I wrote my essay on it, and then I stuck it back on the shelf and really didn't think about it much more after that. And then many years later, I picked it up, and it just kind of struck me that there hadn't been a major English language adaptation of the book. You know, all across Europe, there have been many different European versions, many different languages. There have been operas and plays and comic books. It's been adapted so many different ways, so many different times. But I hadn't seen an English language adaptation, and I wanted to make it contemporary because, you know, the characters and the story are so timeless, but I don't know that you're gonna convince a lot of people to pick up a book from 250 years ago to consume it. So yeah, why not give it a little update?
And which were the challenges that you had to face during this adaptation to make it more modern?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, other than you know, seeing laptops here and there and cell phones, all the markers of modernity, you know, one of the things we wanted to do with the film, with the adaptation, was to bring it into present day, to make it feel contemporary, but to also retain some of the magic and sort of the that richness and the texture that you would see in like a period film if we had done a straightforward adaptation setting it in the late 1700s. So the challenge for us really was trying to bridge those worlds and make a world, a version of Toronto that feels at once wholly of itself and an honest representation, but also heightening it just a bit, making it seem a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more romantic, giving everything just a bit of a sip of champagne to it all.
And the original adaptation inspired a cultural phenomenon at the time, right?
Yes.
And how do you hope that Young Weather is going to impact today's audience, especially younger viewers?
I mean, that's a good question. Yeah, it was a hugely impactful novel at the time. There was Werther fever all across Europe. It was the first book to be merchandised. There were perfumes made that were from the book. There were outfits that mimicked Werther's style of dress, his yellow waistcoat and his blue frock top. And there were porcelain figurines. Napoleon carried the book into battle over his heart. There were all these things. Like, it was just a phenomenon. Can I expect a conquering European general to carry a Blu-ray copy of our film over his chest? I don't know, but I do hope that anyone who sees the film recognizes some of the just the human emotions and the truths and the comforts and discomforts of pursuing romantic love and pursuing friendships, and just sees themselves in the film and helps them feel a little less alone, and are entertained by it. It's yeah, it's a film to share with people, to watch with people.
And you shot this film in Toronto and Hamilton, right?
Yes.
So which qualities did these cities bring to your movie?
Well, I mean, it was really what a gift to be able to sort of set the film in Toronto. Anything in Hamilton, we did some interiors there, but really the exterior shots and most of the film, it really is Toronto. And Toronto's my adopted city. I wasn't born here. I've lived all over the country. My dad is from Portugal. He immigrated when he was 15 and settled in Nova Scotia, where he met my mom. But yeah, I've lived in Toronto for 20 years now, and I'll live here the rest of my life. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I think it's a very romantic city. It's where I met my wife. It's where my 2 little girls are growing up. And it's a city that we see on screen sometimes. We see it occasionally in film, occasionally on TV. But so often, for the amount of production that takes place in Toronto, we're a massive production center. So often Toronto is just playing another city. It's always masked, and it's always sort of an ersatz version of New York or Chicago or Detroit, or they frame out the CN Tower. They don't let us see Roy Thompson Hall. They change the street signs and the cabs, and what a shame, because there's so many. Even though I don't think of Toronto as necessarily a city with a wildly recognizable skyline or sort of like world famous massive skyscrapers. We're a city of beautiful neighborhoods. We are a city of beautiful architecture, incredible food, music, literature. What a joy, what a thrill to be able to present a platform for the city in this film.
Well, it was shot in Toronto, and I know that it was also released on TIFF last year, right? How was the movie received by the audience? How was it?
Yes, I mean, it was amazing to premiere the film at the Toronto International Film Festival, which is, it's very much my hometown festival that I've been going to for 20 years now. And as an audience member, I've marveled at the incredible films I've seen there. So to be able to premiere in the special presentations program at the festival, it was an honor and a joy. And the audience reaction was great. I have all sorts of stories about people who came up to me afterwards and the impact that it had on them, but it will forever be difficult to think of much anything else than my mom and dad being able to be there. My mom and dad were there, my wife was there, my brother and his husband, and so many of my cousins, just friends and family. Yeah, what a special thing to be able to share such a massive part of my life with the people who mean the most to me. And I tease my mom sometimes about how afterwards she was like, "This is the best night. This is the best night of your life." And I was like, "What about my wedding?" She was like, "Also a good night." And I was like, "The days my kids were born?" She's like, "Those were good days too. But really, this is the night." Yeah. So yeah, what a treat.
Oh, and the movie is being released today through all Canada.
Yes.
And how are you feeling about that? What are your hopes? What are you expecting from this big release today?
I mean, I'm at once, thrilled to have the movie opening in Cineplex theaters all across the country. It's very exciting, and it'll be all over in many different countries all across the world. It's been in the United States, out for a few weeks. It's been out in Ukraine and a few other places. But here at home, it's surreal. It's such a strange feeling. I think after this, my mom and I are going to go to the Queensway Cineplex on the way home and take a peek in and just look at the poster and get a feel for it. And but what am I expecting? I mean, I have no expectations other than I really hope it finds an audience. I hope people who want to experience a beautiful, moving, very funny, cinematic exploration of characters who I think are going through things that we all go through. I hope they find the film. I hope it becomes everyone's favorite film. I hope it's something you want to watch and rewatch again for years to come.
Do you think that your movie is going to inspire people to read the novel?
You know what? I know that it already has. I've spoken to a number of people who are like, you know what? I picked up the novel afterwards. It's difficult to get through. And yeah, so whether you read the novel or whether you watch this film or watch another adaptation of Werther or pick up a Werther comic book or or see a South Korean Werther opera, which is going on right now in Seoul. I hope, people just embrace it, and this tale that's lived on for 250 years gets enough of a jolt of energy that it lives on for 250 more.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any more projects in line that you can talk about?
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like anytime anyone's like, oh, I can't talk about that, I'm like, yes, you can. Of course you can. My brother and I are developing a half-hour sitcom called The Confetti Show. We're making it with a company out of Quebec called Incendo, and it's loosely based on the two of us living together in our 20s after not living together as teenagers because he had been a professional ballet dancer. And so it's about our lives coming back together and just engaging in self-destructive behavior as we try to become adults. And then I have another film that I'm writing that's it's a black comedy, a sort of behind-the-stage story of ambition and envy and aging and murder most foul. And I'm excited about that too.
Oh, very interesting. I hope to see those soon.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Well, thank you a lot for coming here today. And I hope that this interview is going to bring more people to the cinemas and going to give you more audience and maybe reading the book too.
I hope so too. To the movies. Read the book on your own time. But this weekend, come see Werther at Cineplex, please. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Would you like to share a message for our audience?
Young Werther, starring Douglas Booth, Alison Pill, Iris Apatow, Umrit Kaur, Johar Ben-Aid, Scott Thompson, and Patrick J. Adams, is in theaters today, January 10th, all across Canada. Please go to your local Cineplex this weekend if you can. The first weekend is so important for the opening of a film, especially a Canadian film. We would love to see you there. Thank you so much.
Werther!
Werther.
Werther.
Hello, Werther.
I'm Werther, by the way.
Glad you're a normal person.
Well, let's not say terrible things.
Tell me, what will you be doing with yourself this summer?
I'm off to Europe for expat adventures. Material for my memoir.
The silky and lacy variety?
Something like that.
Seek out smart, confident, progressive women. Real spitfires.
That's good advice.
My sister is 18, so no, she doesn't want to fly down to Miami with you on your sick jet.
I have never wanted anyone more. I met a girl. Werther? No, she's incredible. She's smart. She's funny. And she's a reader. Who reads, Paul?
Are you insane?
Incredibly smooth.
Girls are always saying that to me.
Werther, I should have mentioned
You're
I'm
what?
engaged.
What?
Charlotte loves Albert and you like Charlotte.
What? I met the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with, so there is no way I'm just going to leave town and let her stupid fiance have her. I'm Werther.
Ah, Charlotte told me all about you.
He's perfect, a worthy opponent.
Any indication whatsoever that you want to spend time with me?
Mm-hmm. Albert cares about his work.
I'm not saying he shouldn't. I love that he's passionate. It's just...
You wish he was that passionate about you.
I know that it's stupid that I like him, but you have Albert. You're being stupid too.
Zipper!
I don't know what to do here.
Use your teeth.
We're trying to...
Into this one.
You're going to a shooting range with Albert.
Mm-hmm. Funny.
He will shoot you with his shotgun.
In the face or in the back?
Face?
Whoa! Oh, you'd be amazing at murder. Release the pigeon! Oh! Is this the starter size?
If you really care for her, then move on.
We're just friends.
You look at all your friends like that?
To me, everything's beautiful.
I heard you had to use a lady gun. How did that make you feel?
Like a big, strong woman.